Morning. Little update in the houseboat. Poor man's fiberglass is almost done. The blind mosquitoes seem to like it. Got most of the windows installed. In fact, all of the windows installed except for the front door. Starting to look like a houseboat. Windows are in. Got to come back and trim my butyl tape all the way around. There's a drain hose. This window was meant to be turned the other way, so I need to plug these drain hoses and make me some new drain hose on the bottoms. All three front windows will be like that. I have a matching window that's going to go into the front door. The front door is off because, you know, it's treated wood over the past couple months. The door swolled up on me a little bit, and it's about a 1/16 too tight, so I'm gonna have to address that. Trim the front door. Windows are held in with temporary screws. It was Easter weekend, all the hardware stores are closed, but I figured these 2-inch screws were good for now because I have to pull these frames back off when I put my interior panel in and then put the frames on. So I'm gonna buy the correct screws. All windows open and closed. They all have screens except for this one's missing a screen. And again, I have a matching window like this that goes in the door. And I did manage to install the camper door a few minutes ago. It was a free camper door, free camper windows. The door is ugly and needs some paint work. Gonna clean up the door. I'm gonna get rid of that back glass and put a clear one in. I would like to have an opening window. Originally, that little window was gonna go in the door. Then that left me short. I had no window to put here, and I needed a window to put here for visibility for the driver. This side is gonna be open view, and does have a screen door on here as well. That needs work. Like anything free, it needs work. The screen's busted. Most of the screens are busted. Now the interior layout. I have a 6'5" headroom to the bottom of this beam right here. I'm gonna wait on interior, getting the spray with close-cell spray foam, and then I'm gonna come back and do interior. This is the emergency escape window. It can be opened fully to escape out of. Kitchen counter is gonna go here. I guess about 2 or 3 inches in, maybe even with the stud. That'll give me a 23-inch counter. I'm gonna bring that 23-inch counter. I guess it's gonna be about 5 foot long. It's gonna be a sink and enough room to put a camping stove on top. I may put a permanent stove, but not sure yet, because what I plan on doing in this area, it's going to be a long bench seat, probably 2 foot wide, maybe 28. And there's also going to serve as a spare bunk, so your feet don't go under the countertop, head on that side. If I come to the helm, I'll have plenty of room for that bench and that kitchen counter. And on this side, there's no windows in this area. That's going to be a bathroom. I'm going to have a full-size shower and a toilet. For now, I'm not gonna have a tank, so it's gonna be a portable cassette toilet. Later on, I'm gonna install an RV tank. I'm gonna set it up just like an RV, to where I better pull up into any state park, rent an RV site, and I'll have full hookup. I do have a breaker box from a camper that was salvaged. I bought a shore power plug. I have a shore power cable. I pretty much have everything to do that, with the exception of some of the wiring. But the bathroom is going to come out, the walls will come out somewhere to here, so I need to add another stud here to tie in my bathroom wall. I need to add another stud here. It'd be nice to have a shower. Here in Louisiana, it's legal to dump gray water overboard in the local bayous and lakes. The only ones you cannot are like state parks. And I think wildlife reserves, you can't dump anything in the water on wildlife reserves. But on local bayous and waterways, which is the majority of where I'll be riding, it'll work out just fine. And past this wall to the front, that's gonna leave me 7 foot of room. I have a futon I caught on sale at Walmart. It was a $250 futon. I got it for 80 bucks on clearance. It folds down to a twin size bed, maybe a little bigger than a twin. It's almost a full size, and it folds up to a nice couch during the day. That, what I don't like about the futon, it's gonna come out 2 inches past the doorway. When it's in the up couch position, and when it's down, it's gonna come out to about the middle of the door when it's in the down position for our bed. This is designed to sleep 3 people max. But most of the times I'll be by myself, just me and a dog, which I haven't put the dog in the video yet. He's just a puppy. But y'all can look forward to seeing a lot of that little dog once it grows up and learns to behave. This is how I'm coming along with the project. I've got some cracks to seal up under the door frame. See a little daylight in there. I need to seal all that up. I did build my thresholds about 5 inches above the floor. That means any splashing water on the deck is less likely to enter because it's just splashing. I don't plan on being in rough water, but no one ever does in boats, right? And that's my temporary drain hole. Because before I had the roof on here, I caught some rain and this filled up with water. The floor, as mentioned in previous videos, a 1/2 inch Araco. It's a pine plywood. It's an exterior rated. It's got a waterproof rating. The veneers are layered together with epoxy instead of glue. It's been in here a while. It's got wet many times. It sat 6 weeks in the water with a lot of rain and fog and mist. And, this plywood helped great. I actually have a scrap piece I've left outside since last July in the weather, and it hasn't delaminated or buckled yet. So I'm very impressed with this Araco plywood. $50 a sheet for 1/2 inch, and well worth it. It's like a cabinet grade type plywood. The console is also built out of the same plywood. And this was started out as a temporary console, but if I'd known I was making it permanent, I wouldn't have put all those screws out in the open, but it really doesn't bother me. That could be easily taken care of and covered. Okay, back to the interior layout. So we're gonna have a futon here, a full stand-up shower with a toilet, a little kitchen counter, and a bench seat. And the captain's seat is to be stand-up driving, but I'm gonna put an armrest on the end of the seat to where I can lean against. My windows, I chose to put my windows to where the closed side is in the front. I get my screen to open. I guess I ain't open today. And this way, while I'm at the helm and I need to see for docking, I can stick my whole body out the window and get a clear view. To where if I put the window opening towards the front, I would have gotten more breeze on warmer days. Except my screen came out. I need to work on that screen. But if I need to see out the side of the boat, I would have to lean way over here to stick my head out, which I was trying to avoid. Front windows are nice to give me a little breeze. I kind of wish I would have installed them upside down to where I would have airflow up high. But the way the window's designed, if I installed it upside down, if water were to get in, it would just flood through and come inside. So I kind of had to put the windows this way. But overall, I'm very happy with the way everything's going. Let me open my back door back up to keep that breeze going. It does have the little sliding divider. It's free. Can't be free. As of right now, the door opens all the way up. it blocks the view of this window, so I really need to get a clear window on that door. This area is set aside for if I wanted to put a window unit, like a 5,000 BTU AC. I'm going to build a fiberglass box that comes on the inside, where the AC is on the inside. Maybe a ½ inch of the AC is going to be sticking out the back. And the reason for doing that is to clear the door so the door doesn't hit it if it were to fly open. And also, I won't hit my head on it when I'm passing back there. I hadn't built that yet, but I'm planning for it. And from right here all the way across, it's gonna be cabinets, probably all the way around on both sides. It's gonna be cabinets for storage. And under the futon is gonna be pull-out drawers for storage. And under this bench, there's gonna be pull-out drawers for storage. Under the kitchen counter, I plan on a 20-gallon water tank. I already have a water pump. I have the tank. I have a sink. I have a small single basin sink out of my sailboat, probably like a 2-gallon sink, 2 or 3 gallon sink, and I have a double basin sink out of a camper. I'm probably gonna stick with the single basin. I would like a bigger sink, a big single basin is what I would like ideally. Small sinks, you really can't fit anything big in there anyway, except, you know, camping plates, camp cookware. It's all made compact, which that's probably what I'm gonna have in here. So I'm not sure which route I'm gonna go with the sink. I may buy a new sink, one with the lid folds down and it's flush. That way it gives me the option to have more counter space, but I kind of want to save my money. Paying for this insulation is going to be a big cost. I'm probably looking at $800 to $1,000 to get the spray foam put in, but the spray foam is going to be worth it. So yeah, that's how the inside's coming. Let's go speak about the outside. Been making trim pieces. I need to put trim pieces to waterproof this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay a heavy bead of silicone, and I got some trim moldings I made. I'm waiting for paint to dry. Get the shape of the trim moldings. Should be dry enough for me to handle. If it's not, well, I'll deal with it. Anyway, the trim molding, it's going to be silicone and either screwed or brad nailed on there. That's going to stop any water from getting under the cabin. I'm going to do the same thing across the deck as well. That's what I'm working on next. Just while waiting for paint to dry, that's why I'm going to install my rear door. Finish buttoning up my windows. So after this trim molding, because I need to install the trim molding because I do not plan on wrestling with that massive tarp to put back on the cabin. Once I put that trim molding all the way around, with the exception of the front door, this thing's going to be sealed. Now I shouldn't have to mess with the tarp anymore. The roof has 3 coats of paint on top of the canvas. The sides have 2 coats of paint. This is the pretty side. The other side is kind of ugly. It's got some waves and buckle. It has some imperfections in the plywood. But this side came out smoother, which I'm not complaining about how the poor man's fiberglass came out in any way. It was my first time doing it, and I enjoyed the experience. And I think today I'm gonna fire up the old motor as well. It hasn't ran in quite a while. And I'm aiming for this weekend coming. Today's April 1st. This Saturday or Sunday, I'm probably gonna put her back on the trailer. We'll see how the trailer handles all the weight. She's about 2,500 pounds estimate right now. We're gonna see how the trailer handles it, and we're gonna go put her in the water for its first float with the cabin. I mean, with every project, you have concerns about it not floating right. Before the cabin, my water line was 7 inches. I had a 7-inch draft before the cabin. Cabin weighs about 1,000 pounds. I got 18 barrels. Each barrel is rated for 225 pounds of buoyancy at halfway submerged. And a barrel is 23.5 inches diameter, so that gives me, let's say, an 11.5-inch draft will be halfway submerged. That's about as deep as you want to go on barrels. I'm expecting a 9 to 10 inch draft with the weight of the cabin. And of course, with anything with a cabin, wind is going to be a factor. So now that I have a cabin, I'm going to have to pick my riding days wisely. I guess I've talked enough. I'll try to do an update video when I can. I got a lot going on as always. Thank y'all for viewing.